Hello, English 102 students. This is your professor, Michael Bloomingberg, and I hope you're doing well, and I hope you have had a chance to look at the coursework for week 11. The purpose of this video is twofold. The first thing that I want to do is to talk to you a little bit about the rewrite opportunity and some updates that have happened there, and also to talk about the new research paper and introducing you in particular to opposing viewpoints in the database. So I'm going to start, I'm on our Blackboard page. I'm going to click on the essay rewrite opportunity. And we have covered the rewrite and how it works, but I just want to remind you that you have one rewrite opportunity to use throughout the semester. And so far you have completed 2 essays, and there will be 3 total, which does not include the final, which I guess would be 4, but the final is going to be a little bit different, and we'll talk about that a little bit later in the semester. But so far you have had the opportunity to rewrite your rhetorical analysis, and if you used your rewrite for that paper, then your rewrites are done at this point. But if you haven't, and you think you might want to use it on the compare and contrast, that link is now available under the essay rewrite link on Blackboard. And note your deadline is Sunday, April 9th, and I am in the process of reviewing on that essay. You just turned it in on Sunday. So it may take just 3 or 4 more days to get the review process finished. And that'll give you a full week as we go into next week to review my feedback and to work on changes to the draft if you need to do that. So I just wanted to touch base there and let you know how that opportunity will work. And now that we've covered that, I'm going to go over to course content, and I'm going to click on the week 11 folder. And I am going to start with looking at the assignment sheet just to touch base there. I'll just pull it up as a PDF file. And again, this is all new for this week, but we are looking at the 3rd essay of the semester, which is a research paper. We'll take a look at the assignment sheet and draft plan in just a moment. And the other new component to this assignment is the use of the Opposing Viewpoints Database, and I'll walk you through that as well, looking at the draft plan. And there's a discussion board assignment which includes your research topic due this week. So let me go ahead and click back, and we'll look at the actual folder with the assignment sheet and the draft plan. And again, I'll just pull them up as PDF files. So here's the sheet that you need to look at as you're getting familiar with what you're being asked to do. This is a little bit different because whereas with the past 2 papers, the rhetorical analysis, the compare and contrast, you've been in the textbook, this time you're going outside the textbook into opposing viewpoints, and you're looking at the science, technology, and ethics portion of the database in particular, and we'll take a look at that in a moment. I have included topics not to look at, including abortion, pornography, and marijuana. Everything else is negotiable within that section of the database, and I'll pull that database up in just a moment. So you're allowed to choose your topic with some oversight from me. And once you choose your topic, you want to really focus on what your argument's going to be or developing your persuasive stance. And some topics will not easily lend themselves to being for or against or pro or con, so you'll need to think critically about your topic. Tracking all source information, you need at least 3 sources, but no more than 4. And I recommend you don't use Google or outside methods just because they're not always reliable. And again, a 4-page paper is what you're ultimately working through, which will include MLA documentation. Now, I've listed some due dates, including April 2nd for the discussion board. That's this week. The following week on the 9th will be the draft plan for the paper. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. And then the actual research paper itself is April 16th. So we've got about 2.5 weeks from the making of this video until the actual paper's due. So you got some time to get your research in, but you don't want to hesitate at the same time. Go back and take a look at the draft plan. You know, it doesn't look radically different than the previous 2 draft plans that you've worked on. The only shift is really in the point of view because you're focusing a little bit more on yourself as a researcher in terms of what's your topic and main argument, giving an overview to your topic and the controversy. The next block involves the research and the articles that you're using for support and how you can break those down. And then the last block just wants to make sure that you recognize your audience and the counter argument to your stance in your topic. But again, that draft plan is not due this week. It is due April 9th, so you will want to note your due dates again. Okay, going back. Here's the key with opposing viewpoints, and I'm going to post some instructions that I think will help you too. But here's a direct link. When I click it, because I'm a faculty member and I'm here on campus through the Somerset server, it'll take me right in. But if you're clicking on this at home, you're probably going to have to enter in your username and password. It's the same one you use to check your email in Blackboard. But before I click it, let me just go to the Somerset homepage, and I'll walk you through the long way. And again, I don't mind to post these instructions for you. The breadcrumb trail is academics, which is at the top. If you can just follow my server, I clicked academics. And pause this video as much as you need to get through the trail. Learning Commons, which is over in the notebook looking part. Databases, again, just down below where my cursor is. And that brings you into the database listing. At the top is general research. Click that for the drop down window and then opposing viewpoints. Or you can just click this window, which will take you directly into once you put in your username and password. And so down at the bottom, if you scroll down, over here, more to the right of your screen, you'll see Science, Technology, and Ethics. You just want to click View All, and that'll bring you to a pretty intensive listing of sources. Of course, any source topics, that is. Of course, anything dealing with abortion or marijuana or pornography should be avoided. Everything else can be chosen as a topic, and the real key is taking some time to research. And for example, I'm going to click on bioethics just as an example. And it takes you in. And this database is really cool because you can click the View More to get an overview. And this will just kind of present you with what bioethics is, the medical research, and so on and so forth. And then there are viewpoints, which are generally put together by the staff of the database. The 238 additional viewpoints go along with that to provide some additional information. There are 426 academic journals. Those are more for experts in the field, but you might find them helpful too. 23 audio files, 160 news articles. I'm just going to click on the first one. It's from the Washington Post. And it gives you the full article. It doesn't get much better than that. Further down, 103 magazine articles, 57 references, and there are 16 websites. Now this is different than Google because you can use these because it will link you into a reputable website. It actually gives you the link when you click on it and then click in. And what's cool is it'll take you right to the website and you can use that. That's actually pretty cool. I'm going to do a follow-up video soon to show you the source citation as well because that's a really neat thing to have at your disposal too. That's the database. Play around with it. And this week you want to, again, focus in on your topic and start looking at research. It's not too early to start getting your information together once you have your persuasive stance. I'm going to click off that. Direct link to the discussion board. And what I'm asking you to do this week is once you've reviewed the database, answer what you would like to choose as your topic for the paper, and have you started researching information in opposing viewpoints to find support? What is your argument? So where are you leaning on this topic? And what do you think will be your biggest challenge in writing the paper? And so we're starting small, but we're working up each week. Again, next week's the draft plan, and then the following week you'll actually have the paper due. But again, you do have rewrite opportunities that you can use along the way. So that's it. If you have questions, feel free to email me, but I hope you found this video helpful. I will be adding in the week 11 folder a direction to the breadcrumb trail that I walked you through in the video. But good luck, guys, and take care.